His sun will always shine beyond the rain. Beyond the rain, there'll be no more dying, no more crying, no more pain. When we put our lives in the hands of Jesus, He will lead us beyond the rain. Well, the battle has been won. God sent His only Son to fulfill the promise of His name. So if we just believe, what a gift we will receive to live with Jesus beyond the rain. Beyond the rain.
Positions or strategies expressed on WLAF TV 12 do not necessarily reflect those of the staff, management, ownership, or advertisers of WLAF TV 12, 1450 WLAF Radio, FM 100.9, or 1450WLAF.com.
There's been some letters go out for folks in Campbell County about the plan that they have not being available for them next year. And basically Medicare is pulling that plan out of these three counties for this next year. I don't know what the reasoning behind that is, but it does affect a lot of people. And what I can do is I can help you understand what those plans are and how they might work for you, what their options are. That's all I ever do is come to the table with more than one company. I'm an independent agent, and so I don't have to say take one or the other.
Welcome to RaisX.
RaisX has a friendly service with a family environment with that country kick. It's a family owned with delicious food, offering breakfast, lunch, supper all day long, and great steaks, wonderful salmon. Also for that sweet tooth, pies and much more. For the kids, games, daily specials, dine in or carry out. Call 423-569-3354. Call RaisX today.
Riggs Drugs has been a part of Campbell County for generation after generation, serving our friends and neighbors. And now we have redesigned our store to better serve you. It's the same knowledgeable and friendly staff, but a new look and new technology to ensure you get your prescriptions fast. We've always got you covered from prescriptions to all your home health needs. We've always been more than a pharmacy, still offering a huge selection of gifts and decor. Here at the new and improved Riggs Drugs.
Linda Kilgore, State Farm.
State Farm agent Linda Kilgore is driven to save you money on your home, auto, and life insurance.
Hi, my name is Linda Kilgore. I'm a State Farm agent in Jacksboro, Tennessee. I have 32 years insurance experience. I have been here in Campbell County for about 21 years. We offer auto, homeowners, life, health, banking, and mutual funds. Come by and let us give you a quote. Doesn't cost you anything. We can answer all your questions and choose the coverage that's right for you.
Or see State Farm agent Ann Gwen Love.
If you need rental insurance, stop by and see me at Linda Kilgore State Farm.
For all your insurance needs, see State Farm agent Linda Kilgore in Jacksboro across from Walmart, 423-566-5000, 566-5000.
Why do my customers choose Husqvarna Power Equipment? That's easy, because my landscaping crew has to rely on a durable product.
I need the performance and quality that Husqvarna provides.
And the innovative products that help me move on with my day. For maintenance parts or accessories, I don't have to go far. I know my Husqvarna dealer is right around the corner.
Make the impossible possible and visit a Husqvarna dealer near you.
Visit your local Husqvarna dealer or go to husqvarna.com for more information.
Razor, Ranger, Sportsman, Ace. If you live for the outdoors, there's a Polaris to match your passion. Confident, comfortable, capable. That's Ace. With a solo cockpit, automotive controls, independent suspension, all-wheel drive, and up to 45 horses of fuel-injected power. Calling it revolutionary would be an understatement. Polaris, the world leader in off-road innovation.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome again to Campbell County Issues. Tonight's show is also being brought to you by True Value Homes in Huntsville. True Value Homes, I've told you many a time, you know, if you've got property, you can get in a home. Plus, they have good financing. Financing that are available for you. So you just need to check them out. Go over and see Keith Klopfelter in Huntsville. They're at the when you turn on 63 at 141, it's about 19 miles. You go to the second red light. There's only 2 red lights between there and where you're going. When you get to the intersection of 63 and 27, just look to the left. There's True Value Homes. And folks, you're going to be surprised at how well they can and what they can do for you. And you can get into a home very quickly. Also, Ron's Golf Cart and Indoor Flea Market here in La Follette behind Long John Silver's. Right now, for you young folks out there, that North Face rain jacket. Now, he's got all I seen was the one color. But, you know, those things are really, really nice for $70. And, hey, you need to get down, and he has the boots. He has North Face jackets, just a whole lot of that stuff. And in your flea market items. Also, Tennessee Outdoors over in Huntsville. Tennessee Outdoors, let me just tell you, they run the commercial tonight, and you've seen the Husqvarna commercial. But they've got a 54-inch cut lawn tractor. It's a 24 horsepower Kawasaki motor. The regular price for that is $29.95 or $29.99.95. It's the end of the season. They only got one left. One. Now, I'm going to give you a phone number here because you may need to call. It might be gone. They only have one, and they marked off $400 on it. $25.99.95. And the telephone number is 423-663-2925. Now, if you're in the business of mowing lawns and what have you, there's a deal for you. So, for $25.99.95, that's a $3,000 lawnmower, and with a 24 horsepower Kawasaki motor. So you can give them a call at 663-2925. Tonight I've got a little different for you, and I found some things that I felt was very interesting, and I'm just going to do the same thing I done last night in Scott County, and I got over 100 calls. That's hard to believe. I got over 100 calls in a 2-hour show. But when it's answered the questions to see which 2016 presidential candidate you will side with. And it's given us a whole, you can see there's 21 pages of this, and there's questions after questions after questions. And when we get through, I'm going to tell you where some of you stand where you don't think you stand. And I'll tell you how I ended up on it. So anyway, now I'm going to ask this question. I know it's a little early. No, I'm not going to start now. I'll ask one. What is your stand on abortion? What is your stand on abortion? It's a pro-choice, pro-life, or a other. Pro-choice, pro-life, or other. Now these first couple here is basically about social issues. So anybody want to give me a call and say anything about this, and then but now over there, let me tell you what I got. I got pro-choice. Only one person said they were pro-choice. There was 4 people pro-life. They didn't get involved real quick, but I had to just stop people from calling because I needed to try to get more questions in than just 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. And let me just try to explain. And one other, and that is my vote, one other. I don't believe in abortions for convenience, but I still have the reservations for a person that their life is in jeopardy, or if the baby is, when some people say, well, the baby's, look at Beethoven or whatever, those are unusual things. But I think that a family should have a choice. And I like I say, I don't believe that a person should be able to just go out and get pregnant and have an abortion anytime they wanted to, and especially the government pay for it. In fact, about it, I'm not for the government paying for abortions for anything, but I think that people out there that there should be friends, neighbors, or doctors or something that can help, because I believe that any person that really wants an abortion, they're going to have it one way or another. If they have to do it themselves and take a chance of dying or whatever. And I read in the paper here about this woman. Now, this might be one of the most beautiful little children you've ever seen, and might be one of the best little children you've ever seen. But should that woman ever had a child? Should she be, and take it off and just set it out in the woods? Just to get rid of it, or kill them like some of them do, and put them in freezers and all that kind of stuff, and them little kids has to endure that kind of stuff. I don't know. I'm going to read another one here. Had several calls on this, and I had 10 calls on this one. Do you support legalizing of same-sex marriage? Do you believe in supporting legalizing of same-sex marriage? And then I'm not going to tell anybody's name. You don't have to tell me your name. Just call and say yes or no. But in this category, we had 2 people said yes, and 8 people said no, and the 11th person was me. I look at it in a different way than most people look at it. What is it for me to say? I am not in their shoes, and what harm are they doing to me or my family? What business is it of mine? So that's some of the things that, like I said, there's 21 pages of this thing, and there's 2 or 3 questions on a page, some of them. Now here's one that I really would love to have some input on, because I basically know about how this area feels, or I think I do anyway. Because like I said, we had 8 no's, 2 yeses, and I felt I had I put yes with an asterisk And it's not an issue of me of the marriage or non-marriage. The issue with me is what is it any of my business? How is it hurting me in any way? So that's my stance on that one. Now this is another one that's I think it could be very iffy. Should a business based on religious beliefs be able to deny service to a customer? And what I'm saying, oh me, how do I get rid of this thing? Hello? My phone ain't working. Hello? Hello?
Flip it over and see if the cord fell out. Yep, it fell out.
Everything's fell out, yes. Uh-oh.
No, it goes on the bottom.
What about it? Right here?
Yep, right there. Another one goes on the other end.
On what end?
On the very end near, on the other side.
Over here?
Yep, right there.
Well, they need a cord. Okay. I was wondering why I wouldn't get no calls. But let me see here. I don't know what's going wrong, folks. Hello?
Here's what's going wrong, big man. This answer that I'll give you.
Okay. Well,
So start with one and work our way down right here.
okay, I'm just going to take, you can only answer one at a time.
Okay.
You might have to come back in a little later. Let's go.
The last one then, I say, hell no. So I mean, without a doubt, no. That was your third question.
Okay, should a business based on religious beliefs be able to, in Scott County, we had 8 to say yes, 4 to say no, and 2 others said others.
Right.
Now, my answer was no.
Right.
Okay?
I agree with you wholeheartedly.
And then, but and then whenever it got through, it went down and it done completely analyzed everything. And by the time I got through, so I'm going to take some more calls on this particular one, okay?
You analyzed me, that machine blew up.
You can call in on every one of them.
See, buddy.
Okay. You're on the line.
My answer to question number 1 is pro-life.
Okay.
Number 2, it doesn't matter to me. Number 3, no.
Okay. So it doesn't matter to you, so you just put it other. You're like me on that. It's none of my business. And the number 3, you said, because I'll let you bring them up to date, and then I'm going to just let you answer one, yes or no, and then we'll discuss them a little.
My answer to number 2, it's none of my business what anyone does.
Right, okay.
It involves me or my family.
Okay, now what about, should a business based on religious beliefs be able to deny service to customers?
No.
Okay. Appreciate your call.
Thank you.
You're on the air.
Yes, on the number one question,
Yes.
about abortion,
Yes.
I don't believe that you are a murdered kid.
Okay, so you're pro-life, okay? Now, do you support legalizing of same-sex marriage?
No, that's the second thing I was getting ready to say. That's the reason he destroyed Solomon and Gomorrah back in the day over homosexuality.
Okay.
It's worse now than it was back then.
Okay. Should a business based on religious beliefs be able to deny service to a customer?
No.
Okay. I appreciate your call.
All right, thanks, sir.
Thank you. You're on the air.
Aria, what was question number 1?
What is your stance on abortion? Pro-life, pro-choice, or other stance?
I'm against it, Bill, what that is.
So you'd be pro-life. Okay, and then do you support the legalizing of same-sex marriage?
No.
So you're saying no. Okay. And the third question was, should a business based on religious beliefs be able to deny service to a customer?
Read that one again.
Okay. Should a business based on religious beliefs be able to deny service to a customer?
I'm not sure about that one.
So basically what it's asking, if you own McDonald's down here and you was the owner, which you could be the owner, and basically with the war that we got going on right now with some Muslims, would you had Muslims come in, would you deny the service to them? That's what it's asking.
I don't think so.
Okay, so you're saying you should not be able to. Now that's, and so I'm already seeing a pattern here in Campbell County versus what I had in Scott County. So I appreciate your call.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now, how many of you out there want to join in and get into this thing tonight? We can, because and if we don't, now I'm going to go on and ask another question. Like I say, you can call in as many times as you want to. Should the government increase environmental regulations to prevent global warming? Should the government increase environmental regulations to prevent global warming? Okay, here's another, we'll put it another way. Do you believe in global warming? See, some of you out there gotta have an opinion on this. Now, we've already killed almost 30 minutes, but now this is one of those that I got 12 phone calls on this one. You're on the air.
I'll have to say yes or no to your question.
You're saying the government should increase environmental regulations to make sure that, you know, we don't burn up.
Absolutely.
Okay. So, and did you want to vote on any of those others?
No, I don't think so. Okay, remember what the word ready?
Okay. Should a business based on religious beliefs be able to deny services to a customer?
Why, absolutely not.
Okay, that's another one that's a no on it. Okay, appreciate your call.
Okay, thank
you. You're on the air.
Yes, my answer is no, no, no.
So you've got to go all the way with.
Well, till you got down to the global warming.
Yes.
I know it's messed up, but the government's not been taking care of it before, so why give them more authority?
Well, they're supposed to be taking care of it, whether they are or not. So they're trying to, because emissions and stuff like that of cars. So you don't. Do you support the legalization of same-sex marriage? And you say no.
No.
Okay. Okay. I think I've got you.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. So this global warming thing hey, some of these things out here will definitely pull your trigger just in a moment. I guarantee you that. You're on the air.
What was that about global warming?
About global warming. Should the government increase environmental regulations to prevent global warming?
Yes.
Okay.
Is that all?
Well, now I've got a bunch of them. Should a business based on religious beliefs be able to deny services to a customer?
I don't think so.
Okay. You know, and it's funny. Like I said, just between here and Scott County, how much difference the answers has been on this particular one. Appreciate your call, ma'am.
Thank you.
You're on the air.
Mine would be pro-choice on the first one.
Okay, pro-choice.
And yes on the second one, and then
Same-sex marriage, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
No denying the service.
Okay.
And then what was the
global warming?
Global warming, the yes.
Okay. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. But folks, I'm telling you, when we get down here into this thing, and I'm going to, you know, talk about one more, then we'll go back and some of you that's called in, and I'll let you kind of talk about it just a little bit, and we'll, but before we break, we got about 4. Should parks continue to preserve and protect and be protected by the federal government? Should national parks like Smoky Mountain National Park, Big South Fork, should they continue to be preserved and protected by federal government? Now what this is doing is taking us to how some of our particular candidates, because you will be able to vote for your candidate when we get done here, whoever you're going to vote for, and you don't have to tell me who you are, and you can just say who you're for, and it really shows basically where the area is more liberal, or if it's more conservative, and just how conservative is it? And because we'll be taking some phone calls, polls here in a minute, and before we're over tonight, before we get done. But should the national park continue to preserve and be protected by the federal government? You're on the air.
Yes, what was your questions on this situation that you're talking about, abortions?
Okay, the abortion, it just says, are you, what's your stance on abortion? Pro-choice, pro-life, or other stance?
Well, I don't think unless your life's in danger, some that they should allow abortions, because really and truly, in God's eyes, it's murder.
Okay. Now, but if your life or the baby's life is in danger,
the only way.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's an other stance. That's not just a yes, flat yes or no. And that's where I stand on it. Exactly where I stand on it. If because I truly believe if what we're doing here, if when we deny there's not abortion clinics in your state or around where poor people can have the same services. Now, I guarantee you, and I'm not rich, but if my granddaughter, because I don't have any daughters, but if my granddaughter was raped or done something to, and they got pregnant and they didn't want that baby, if I had to take them to Timbuktu, that's where they would go. Because I mean, why would I want to destroy a living creature?
Destroy life.
And destroy that life, but instead of you know, it's something I've never learned to love.
Yeah.
So I just have a different view on that, and I know I lose probably some customers over that, but that's just my stance. Appreciate your call. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Okay, folks, it's break time, and we'll be back like I say, I got a truckload of these things.
You know, I talked with a lot of people this week that had that Medicare plan that was going away, and I ended up talking to them a little bit, and I found out that they've got the QMB. You know, that's a pink cardboard card that pays your co-pays when you go to your doctor. That pink cardboard card will entitle you to get the extra benefits you hear me talk so much about. And I've run across several people this week that got into their wallet, and lo and behold, they pulled out one of those, and I said, aha, did you know with the pink QMB card in Campbell County, you can get your dental and your vision catalog and a catalog to help you with your over-the-counter products at no cost. And that dental coverage is comprehensive. It's not just your cleanings and checkups.
Welcome to RaisX.
RaisX has a friendly service with a family environment with that country kick. It's a family owned with delicious food, offering breakfast, lunch, supper all day long, and great steaks, wonderful salmon. Also for that sweet tooth, pies and much more. For the kids, games, daily specials, dine in or carry out. Call 423-569-3354. Call RaisX today.
Riggs Drugs has been a part of Campbell County for generation after generation, serving our friends and neighbors. And now we have redesigned our store to better serve you. It's the same knowledgeable and friendly staff, but a new look and new technology to ensure you get your prescriptions fast. We've always got you covered from prescriptions to all your home health needs. We've always been more than a pharmacy, still offering a huge selection of gifts and decor. Here at the new and improved Riggs Drugs.
Hi, I'm Linda Kilgore. This is my 35th year with State Farm, my 25th year here in Campbell County. I'm not a high-pressure salesman. I like to just sit down with my customers and help them decide what's right for them. Thank you, and I hope to see you soon.
Why do my customers choose Husqvarna Power Equipment? That's easy, because my landscaping crew has to rely on a durable product.
I need the performance and quality that Husqvarna provides.
And the innovative products that help me move on with my day.
For maintenance parts or accessories, I don't have to go far. I know my Husqvarna dealer is right around the corner.
Make the impossible possible and visit a Husqvarna dealer near you.
Visit your local Husqvarna dealer or go to husqvarna.com for more information.
The Mule Pro FXT can't handle. The 2015 Mule Pro FXT. The Mule Pro FXT is engineered to smooth out the most rugged terrain. Over 8.5 inches of suspension travel make uneven surfaces feel a lot less jarring, while a tight 16-foot turning radius combined with electric power steering means easy and effortless cornering on a dime. Engine braking is tuned for a controlled feel when heading downhill, and high-output LED headlights light up the way. Round out this exceptional package with the maximum stopping power of front and rear disc brakes, and there's almost nothing the Mule Pro FXT can't handle. The 2015 Mule Pro FXT.
And we're back, folks. Again, True Value Homes, located in Huntsville. I can only say it the best way I know to say it, folks. If you've always wanted to be in your own home and you've got some property sitting out there you're doing nothing but paying taxes on, well, that land can stand for your down payment and you can get into a very, very nice home. And you'd be surprised with the low interest rates and what have you. Now, it's never been a better time. So you just call True Value Homes in Huntsville at 423-663-8633. And also the Tennessee Outdoors, they've got the Husqvarna, it's a 54-inch cut tractor, lawn tractor, 24 horsepower Kawasaki motor. The regular price is, I'm just going to say, because if I add 5 cents to it, it's $3,000. But if you want that tractor, you need to call him. It's $400 off, $25.95.95 or $99.95, and it's 663-2925, and they're located at 1425 Baker Highway in Huntsville. And just about everybody's got GPS now. It's 1425 Baker Highway. Make sure you call before you drive over there, because that's not going to last long. And they only have one. They just got one. And also, Ron's Golf Carts and indoor flea market. I was looking at some of those rain jackets, those North Face rain jackets, and just $70. You go over to dealers and you're going to pay $250 for them. You're on the air.
I'm sorry, go ahead with your commercial.
I'm through.
Well, I was going to tell you on your first one, I didn't answer. So, on the global warming, that's your last one I know, but on it, I believe, if all other countries would have to fall in line with that, I would say yes.
You're right. And
if it's just us, no, because it ain't but a raindrop in the ocean that the United States ain't compared to the rest of the world. And on abortion, I'm pro-choice. I believe in that. And on gay marriage, I think it should be accepted. And I don't know how that would be other worded than, people say, well, God this, God that, God this, God that. But we don't live by everything that God says. We pick and choose. People do. Whether they want to say they do or not.
everybody does, don't they?
Everybody does. And everybody does. It's in your makeup of whoever you are, no matter what you are. So everybody does. But I believe that them people have a right to be just as happy as you or I. So, and that's where I stand with that. I'll leave you alone, big guy.
Yeah, well, you just keep calling in, because, like I say, I had over 100 calls last night.
Right.
And let me read this one before you go. You can answer. Okay. Should the United States require labeling on genetically engineered foods?
Say it again.
Should the United States require labeling on genetic engineered foods, like your cheeses that don't have any milk in it?
Right. Well, people would be surprised. They probably all started this if they only knew what was in everything that we ate. So, but I feel it should be labelized. But when we went to organics went through the roof. Okay, that's less stuff that they're supposed to be putting in it. It's more pure and natural, but yet it costs you more.
We had 12 yeses on that one in Scott County. There was no no's, we've had one yes on that one, because that's just the first time I've asked the question. So I hope it generates. But like I said, there's some super questions in here.
And I appreciate you doing it, because I hope that it opens people's eyes on different issues, and people ain't so narrow-minded on just certain things. We seem to pick and choose, and a lot of people do that. And I'm sure I'm guilty of it too. But it just seems like they're straight-minded their way, and that's the only way.
Yeah.
They're going straight to hell.
And that's what worries me the most about the United States. I'm not going to be here to see it, and probably you won't be here to see it. But the biggest problem, why the other countries, especially in Asia the fighting goes on all the time because of their religious beliefs, and they kill each other over it.
Exactly.
And it seems like, well, just look what's happened to our country right now with the Tea Party. We don't have a Speaker of the House, and we don't have anybody that wants it.
And nobody wants the job, and they're the third in command to run the country.
That's exactly right.
I believe that 95%.
Third highest, most powerful person in the world, and they don't want it.
Exactly. Well, I'm going to let you get back to your question.
Okay.
Maybe you can have an interesting night.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, should the United States require labeling on genetically engineered foods? Now, I had 12 calls on that one last night, but I only have one here tonight, and so it just evidently it's not that important to a lot of people. Okay, I'm going to go to another one. Should employers be required to pay men and women who perform the same work the same salary? You're on the air.
I'm at the answer most days, Martha Sharpton. She's age 66, and I'm going to get her on that drawing in the morning.
So you wanted to wish her a happy birthday?
Yeah.
Okay. She's 80.
I'm going to put her on that list in the morning for drawing.
Well, I don't do that.
Oh, okay. Can I do it early in the morning?
You have to do it early in the morning.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay. This is another one. The people over there, I mean, they jumped on this one big time. We got about 15 votes on that one. And I'm not seeing nobody over here getting excited about that one. But should employers be required to pay men and women who perform the same work the same salary? Now, you believe it or not, we had most of the yeses was from women. We had 2 no's, and they were both from men. Now, I'd like to ask just a question, just along with that, a little different. Tell me, why should we ever pay less to anyone for doing the same work? I don't care what their gender or their race or whatever. That shouldn't be right. You're on the air.
Ariel, you need to microphone over the phone. You can't hear the caller.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Okay. I hope that does it right there. Okay. Thank you. Is anybody there that's interested in that particular one? Because I'm going to... You're on the air.
Yeah, I think it should be paid the same, Mario.
Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, maybe you're discriminating against opposite sex, you know.
Right. Appreciate your call. You're on the air. You're on the air. Go ahead, you're on the air. You're on the air.
Mario, I think that they should be equal pay for equal work. So if a woman does what a man does, I think they deserve the same amount.
That's exactly the way I feel. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're on the air. You're on the air. Yeah, gonna have to let you go. You're on the air.
It should be based on job performance. Gender, race, nothing should make a difference.
I agree with you there.
Have a good one.
Thank you. You're on the air.
It's towards the work. If a woman can do the same work that a man does, and all, I think she should get the same amount of money that the man gets.
I'll vote for that too, buddy. Thanks for the call. I'll vote for that. Now, like I said, I had about 15 votes on that over there last night, and all of them but 2 said no. And because anybody out there can think of any reason why we should pay men different. Now, used to the excuse was, well, the man is the breadwinner, and very few women used to go outside the home and work. But in today's world, I'd say probably 40 or 50% of the head of the household is women. And I don't understand how we could even think about having a separate pay scale. But you know, even in our government, we have different pay scales for men and women. That should, if there's any of it still going on, it should be stopped. Should be stopped now. Okay? Now here's another. This is a biggie. Now, some of you're going to be surprised when you come out and say how you stood. Should able-bodied, mentally capable adults who receive welfare be required to work? Let me read that again. Should able-bodied, mentally capable adults who receive welfare be required to work? And then there's some questions I can ask you around that. You're on the air.
Hell yeah. He has to pick up cigarette, but I don't believe in nobody getting a free ride. That's what you paid it in for, that's what I paid it in for. But when you go and you see these 18, 19, 20-year-olds that's never worked a day in their life and feel for entitlements, absolutely not. Pathetic, and they should have to work. And that's what I said, even if they bring a bus around every morning at 5 o'clock, pick them up, pick up cigarette butts on the side of the road for 9 hours a day and give them a peanut butter sandwich at lunch and take them back home.
Oh my God.
So, well, that's the way it should be, because it's pathetic of our country of how freebies and entitlements that it's become. And it's shamefully, terribly bad.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Okay, let's just say that we got a 40-year-old woman that's has got 5 kids, say, and the husband walks off and leaves them, and you can't find them, and they don't have any other way to, and the mother has to stay home. Should they be? Now they're able-bodied, they're mentally capable.
Right. Okay, so I don't understand why they would have to stay home, man nor woman, because I mean they've got programs and entitlements that will help them pay for their children to receive babysitting. That's another thing that we pay for entitlements to, you know, so it's out there. I mean, the programs are out there for them to get where they can go and hold down a job. So absolutely not unless you got 10 kids or 15.
That's a heck no, huh?
That's a heck no.
Thank you. Anybody else got any opinion on that? Anybody got an opinion on that? Should, and is there people out there that actually it's got these entitlements that's using it right now? Tell us what you think. You're on the air.
You need to put your microphone in the middle of that phone because you just moved it to the side and we still can't hear good.
Well, let's just see if that's as loud as it'll go.
Won't it go in the middle?
What do you mean in the middle? The mic is right now is right beside the speaker.
You used to put it behind the phone and over the middle of
Yeah, well, that's what I had it a while ago, right there and over, and that's where it was at. So I turned it around there to where it was next to the.
Right there.
Okay, is that better?
That's better.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. You're on the air. Well, okay, give me a call. Should able-bodied, mentally capable adults who receive welfare be required to work? You're on the air.
Yes, they should be required to work. Before they receive government benefits, they should be required to work. There's nothing wrong with public assistance as long as it's a temporary situation. But there's generations after generations after generations that has been raised on welfare.
Well, you know, they definitely know how to use the system in their favor, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Okay, so that's a yes. I never got a no on that one for some reason.
They should be required to work.
Okay.
And if they have kids as meal tickets, that's all they are to them, is a meal ticket, an easy way through life.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I had a caller at home, made I don't know whether I call it a disturbing or something that bothered me pretty bad. Says that he knows a family that the man wants to keep his wife pregnant all the time, so they continue to get additional monies for each child, and then he likes to get out and run around all the time. And I don't know. It's just some way to keep a woman, I guess, tied down to someone. Oh, if I got a little baby and if I'm pregnant, I can't leave if they're beating on me or they're running around on me. And the state's furnishing us a meal ticket each time we have an additional child. So should if you have an additional child, additional add-ons is added on?
Absolutely not. They would think twice about keeping someone barefoot and pregnant if they know they had to crawl out of the bed every morning to work and raise and be responsible for these children that they brought into this world.
Do you think there's anything we can do about it?
Now that I don't know.
Okay. Appreciate your call, ma'am. Is there anybody else that'd like to add on to this one? Now, folks, you're going to believe I'm sitting here lying to you when we get down through this. And I took the test, and that's the exact same way I voted. You're on the air.
There's a lot of them out there will tell you right to your face that why should they work when they can get the welfare and run the streets? And I do not think that they should be able to draw all this money. I think they ought to get out like the old people had to do and work for what they did.
So that's a yes.
That's true.
Okay, appreciate your call, ma'am. Okay. Here's another big one, and this is a biggie, folks. Should all welfare recipients be tested for drugs? I got almost 20 calls on that last night. Anybody wanna say anything about that? You're on the air.
Absolutely, they should be.
Okay, that's another yes. There ain't been no no's on that one. Okay, I'm gonna give you a few seconds to see if we can get another call. Because I wanted to tell you another story. In fact, it was right here on this program about 10 years ago. You're on the air.
Just as long as I don't start drawing. Absolutely not. Yes, they should.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't want to answer you things. I won't take up too much of your time.
Okay, appreciate it.
See you, bye.
Thank you. But right here on this show, about 10 years ago, I seen a woman with a big buggy full of soft drinks and potato chips and what have you. I'll get the story out before it's over. You're on the air.
Yes, you talking about the drug test.
Uh-huh.
I think if it's prescribed to them, then it's fine. If it ain't, then I'd say no.
Well, basically, I think that what it's saying is, if it's illegal drugs, if you go up and say, okay, I have took this prescription because doc gave it to me because I've got some serious problems, I don't think that would disqualify you. But if it's something that they test and it's not prescribed by a doctor, and right now I'm a firm believer that the biggest drug dealers in our country is doctors. If you want to be a legal drug dealer, in a lot of cases, just go get you a doctor's degree.
Right. Then I say no, yeah, I say no about that.
Okay. Appreciate your call. Oh. So he said he didn't think they should be drug tested. Okay. That's the only one that we've gotten that way. So, okay. Here's another tricky question. You're on the air.
Ariel,
Uh-huh.
on the, if they should be tested for drugs, welfare recipients,
Uh-huh.
they should be tested for drugs. There's 3 people here that said yes, yes, yes.
Okay, appreciate your call.
All right.
Thank you. Okay, now here's another, this is a controversial one. It's big time. I'd like to know where Hazel Valley's at in some of this stuff. Should every person purchasing a gun be required to pass a criminal and public safety background check? You're on the air. Go ahead, you're on the air.
Hey, big guy.
Hey.
I think we need to test them welfare recipients so, all the sellers out there, the government people selling drugs know who to go sell to.
Okay.
It builds up your clientele when you test.
Okay.
You have a list of everybody you go around, it cuts down on having to, and that way they're not an undercover cop.
Oh, okay.
See?
Oh, you must be studying this stuff.
Hey, I think everybody should. The Second Amendment of the Constitution clearly states, shall not be infringed. Your to own and bear arms shall not be infringed, period. So when they have you buy a tag or a license, a concealed carry permit, and pay for that, they are infringing on your Second Amendment rights.
Okay.
And when Dennis Fire says that he is working to expand their Second Amendment rights, you can't expand them. They're total, absolute, and it's clear cut.
So you're saying that should every person purchasing a gun be required to pass criminal and public safety background checks? You're saying no.
Simply not.
Okay.
But that's not what the Second Amendment says.
Okay.
It does not say you have the right to own and bear arms if you pass a test. That ain't what it says.
So you're for letting anybody have guns?
Yeah, buddy.
Okay, talk to you later.
Like go Wild West, sir.
Okay.
Well, hey, good show. Keep it up.
Okay, thank you. You're on the air.
Well, Hazel Valley lost me right there. But no, I think you should be a background check, but I think a mental background check should. But I believe in the Constitution, to what he was saying, I do believe a lot of that. But I think it's a different time now than it was 200 years ago.
Yeah, I do too.
Just a tad.
Yeah, we change a little bit of, everything changes in a way, doesn't it?
Just a tad.
Just a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Okay. But, and it's funny, this one is about even. I had a total of 6 votes for the background checks and 5 no's. I'll get it right in a minute.
Right.
6.
It's just, I know it'd be hard.
It's about a 50-50 thing.
About a mental test, I know it'd be hard because, anybody can be feigned and then become insane.
Well, here's the next question. Do you support increasing gun control?
I can't say that I do, but I don't, like I said, I wish there was some way that we could do, there's people sometimes that absolutely don't deserve guns. They're just fact.
Well, here's the support for that one, and I'm not getting as many people calling to make their individual thoughts on these to like it was at home. But we had the support increased gun control, and you're saying you don't know, so I'll put you down as and I'll put Jerry down as a no, and you a no.
Thanks, sir.
Okay, appreciate it. But do you support increased gun control? We got 4 votes for and 7 votes no. It's time for a break. We'll be back after these words from our sponsors.
QMB is designed for folks on a fixed income. It's a state program administered through the same department that administers the TennCare. And it's just a level above TennCare, and it really helps people out.
Welcome to RaisX.
RaisX has a friendly service with a family environment with that country kick. It's a family owned with delicious food, offering breakfast, lunch, supper all day long, and great steaks, wonderful salmon. Also for that sweet tooth, pies and much more. For the kids, games, daily specials, dine in or carry out. Call 423-569-3354. Call RaisX today.
Riggs Drugs has been a part of Campbell County for generation after generation, serving our friends and neighbors. And now we have redesigned our store to better serve you. It's the same knowledgeable and friendly staff, but a new look and new technology to ensure you get your prescriptions fast. We've always got you covered from prescriptions to all your home health needs. We've always been more than a pharmacy, still offering a huge selection of gifts and decor. Here at the new and improved Riggs Drugs.
Hi, my name is Jeremy Pierce. I may not be Jake from State Farm, but I do wear khakis. I've been here with Linda Kilgore's office for 2 years. I enjoy helping people make a decision regarding their insurance based on their needs and wants. I'm fully licensed. I enjoy selling auto, home, and life insurance, so feel free to come in or call in any time, and I'll be glad to help you.
Why do my customers choose Husqvarna Power Equipment? That's easy, because my landscaping crew has to rely on a durable product.
I need the performance and quality that Husqvarna provides.
And the innovative products that help me move on with my day.
For maintenance parts or accessories, I don't have to go far. I know my Husqvarna dealer is right around the corner.
Make the impossible possible and visit a Husqvarna dealer near you.
Visit your local Husqvarna dealer or go to husqvarna.com for more information.
Now with a full line of independent rear suspension options, the all-new Foreman Rubicon and Rancher automatic DCT models are equally ready to work and have fun. Part of the growing ATV family from Honda.
All right, folks. True Value Homes bringing you tonight's show. You give them a call, 423-663-8633. They have in-house financing, plus you got property, you can get into a home. Also, Tennessee Outdoors, they've got this, and you can see their new commercial on the Husqvarna, and they got a Husqvarna 54-inch cut lawn tractor. It's a 24 horsepower Kawasaki motor. Regular price is $29.99.95. It's the end of a season special. They only have one. And then got it on sale for $25.99.95. It's Tennessee Outdoors, 423-663-2925. They're at 1425 Baker Highway, Huntsville, Tennessee. Ron's Golf and Indoor Flea Market. Now he's got a 2010 Yamaha down there. Oh man, it's awful nice for $3,700. And he also has the North Face rain jackets. And you kids, I know you just love those kids. Right now, I don't know. I only seen the one color, but he may have different colors. And they're $70. You go to Dillard's and they're $270. So you can get them right down there for $70. And he also has North Face jackets. He has purses. And then all the other stuff, the antiques that he has, it's just a great place to go browse around. And tell them that Ariel sent you. I greatly appreciate it. Okay, here's another question. And I know that I don't know whether she's watching or not. Aunt Hester I've read things on this so many times from her. And so, right now, I'm gonna tell you before I answer, we have 5 yeses and 4 no's on that from Scott County. And the question is, should there be term limits set for members of Congress? Should there be term limits set for members of Congress? Now, I'll tell you what and if you're getting bored with this, just call me in and tell me to shut up and we'll talk about something else. My view on this, you're on the air?
Yeah, I definitely believe that it should be RF.
You believe they should be? Okay. Okay. Appreciate your call. Anyone else out there? Anyone else? Should there be term limits for members of Congress? Well, I'm going to tell you where I stand on it, and then I'll tell you how I would support. You're on the air?
I'll give you a yes on that one.
Okay. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
You're on the air?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, appreciate it. Anybody else? Anybody else? Okay. You're on the air?
Yes, they should be, and yes for gun control too.
Okay. Appreciate it. Okay. On term limits. Now, myself, we've got term limits on the president. I'm not really, I kind of wish that our government was run more like a business than being a political. You're on the air?
Hey, Larry, you're giving me another controversial answer. No, there should not be term limits. What do you think an election is? I'm not even for term limits on the president.
Okay.
You know, Reagan with Alzheimer's would be better than what we got in there now.
Appreciate your call.
Okay.
You're on the air?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, yes. Okay. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to give you my take on it. I am not for term limits for all the elected officials. It just basic term limits. I think there should be an age limit. I really do. But if we wanted, I look at it as if I've got a good CEO out here, somebody that's running a company and they really know what they're doing, then I think you try to keep them as long as you can. But in Congress, you get a good one and you're taking a chance of running them off and getting somebody that's, I'll give you an example. Keeslian is in the district that we have over there. He's our representative for the House. And we had the best one, it's probably and most powerful House representative it's probably ever been in our area in Les Winningham. And because of not real politics, but because of religious issues, Les got beat after being probably serving 18 to 20 years because they had to get there were 2 years comes up. And the one we got now, we might as well not have one. We never hear from him. We don't even know what he's doing. And in fact about it, he is into a public scandal where he had to pay because of some kind of a pyramid deal or something other, or stocks. He had to pay a big fine because, and that was when he was running and beat Mr. Winningham the first time. And now nobody even runs against the guy. So the best state representative, as far as I'm concerned, has ever walked into that position was Les Winningham, because he got a lot of things done. And even Mr. Hazel Valley has to admit that one. And Les is a Democrat, but he was a conservative Democrat, and there is such thing as a conservative Democrat. So anyway, I voted no on that one about term limits, but I do believe they should make some adjustments. Okay, here's, you're on the air.
Hey, you and I agree on that one.
Yes.
And we also agree about Les. I taught school with him. You couldn't find a finer man.
And smart.
Fantastic person. And he was a good state representative. We need to talk him into coming out of retirement, running again.
I mean, he was, and well, I even talked to some of the people, because you know I got to go to Nashville a few times to talk about these and that, and one of those lucky folks has got to do a lot of stuff because of my training with Levi. I've got every kind of little certificate you can possibly get for negotiating and stuff like this, and I learned how to do like the stuff that I'm doing now by education.
Why don't we get Les to run against Ken Yeager?
Les would not run. In fact, about it, Les has moved to Crossville, or not Crossville, Cookville, and he owns a gymnasium and training thing over there. Him and one of his daughters.
Okay, well, I hate to hear that because he was a great representative. He represented the people well.
You ain't lying.
He did a lot for education.
Yes. And I, like I started to say, I had talked to several people in Nashville, and they told me that Les Winningham was the third most powerful man in Nashville. He could get more done than anybody over there.
At one time, yes.
Yes, sir.
And he was common sense when it came to education, too. He wasn't into this No Child Left Behind and Common Core and that crap.
Right. No, he didn't believe in that either.
He was a good common sense educator.
Okay, I know how you're going to vote on this one, so I'm going ahead and put you down. Do you support the Parent Protection and Affordable Care Act, Obamacare?
Definitely not. Government should get out of business, period.
So I know that I done put down a no on that one for you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else want to vote on that one? Because it's going to take a while to get through this. But I want to get through it, and I want to surprise some of you people. And I'll tell you exactly how I voted. And when we get there, okay? Should the federal government require children to be vaccinated for preventable diseases? Should they have to have their whooping cough or measles? Should they be required to get those? Should they be required? Now, Scott County, they voted 7 times on this, and so I'd like to have at least one. Should the federal government require children to be vaccinated for preventable diseases? You're on the air.
Yeah, I suppose they should.
Okay. Thank you. You're on the air.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Any more want to vote? Like I said, over there I got 7 votes on that real quick. So we don't have any. Now I only got one Obamacare on this particular card? If there's anyone vote anyway on that one? You're on the air.
Yes.
You think yes, you support that, okay? There's a lot of people out there that Obamacare has helped.
No, I was talking about the other one.
You're talking about the preventable, be vaccinated for preventable diseases.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. Thank
you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Okay. We got no more on that one. Okay. We might have. You're on the air.
Yes, Obamacare.
Okay, yes on Obamacare. Okay, thank you. You're on the air.
I'll give you a yes on the Obamacare and a yes on the other one.
Oh, okay.
And talking about what you talked about there on the term limits a while ago, I agree with you on that. I didn't know the guy, but I would vote for Obama if he was for
Run again, you'd vote for him, wouldn't you?
Vote for Obama. Tell Hayes on that.
He's here. He hears you. Okay, appreciate your call. Thank you.
Goodbye.
You're on the air.
No on Obamacare
Okay.
and yes on
The diseases, vaccinations?
yes.
Okay. Okay. You're on the air.
No on Obamacare
Okay.
and yes on vaccines.
On the okay. Thank you. Now, if there's anybody out there that's bored with this, and bored to death with it, then give me a call. We'll change and just go down and not finish it up. But I'd love to finish it up. You're on the air.
Yes, Obamacare and yes, vaccinations.
Okay, thank you very much. It's getting hot now, folks. We're getting a lot of participation. It's great. Now, I know the next one, when we get to the next one, God, I still got several to go, and I only got 40 more minutes to go. You're on the air?
Yes, no on both. I don't want the government making me do anything.
Okay, appreciate it. But now, this no on vaccinations. I'm for all the for vaccinations for one simple reason. And last night some guy said, well, I think it should be left up to the state, not federal. But the thing about it is, if we didn't take it here and we live so close to the Kentucky, it don't make sense. You're on the air.
No on Obamacare.
No on Obamacare. Okay.
Obamacare has destroyed the healthcare system in this nation. It's good for the deadbeats, but it destroyed it for the working man.
Okay, appreciate your call.
On vaccination.
Okay, and yes on vaccination? Okay. You're on the air.
Yes on Obamacare. Just imagine what all the people say their fields in if they didn't have it in place. So people also know it really does help them. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. You're on the air.
Yes on both of those and also yes on gun control.
Okay. Are you enjoying this show tonight?
I'm loving it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Now, folks, here's the. You're on the air.
Yes on Obamacare and yes on vaccination.
Okay. Okay. Now, right now, you've got 17 on vaccinations and 1 no, because this one person evidently doesn't want the government telling him anything to do. Then on the Obamacare, it's 7 yeses and surprisingly 9 no's right now. You're on the air.
No on Obamacare, no on term limits, no on the vaccination.
It's no on anything, huh?
There you go.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna let that one go because I got so many, I'm not gonna be able to get them all done, and I've gotta tell you some results and tell you how I voted and I on term limits. Yeah, I voted no. Okay. Do you support legalization of marijuana? Do you support legalization of marijuana? Any yeses or nos? Now, in Scott County, I had 8 yeses and 4 nos. Yes to legalize. You're on the air.
Yes on marijuana.
Yes on marijuana.
Oh.
Okay. You're on the air.
No.
No on marijuana. Okay. You're on the air.
No.
No. Okay. You're on the air.
No.
No.
You're on the air.
You're on the air.
If you're yes on that one.
Yes.
Yes, I love it.
Oh God. Okay. You're on the air.
No.
No. You're on the air.
Yes.
Yes.
You're on the air.
Yes.
You're on the air.
That would be a yes, sir. I had to kind of mix you up with another number here, so yes.
Okay.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you. Well, I got a personal opinion on that, and we'll move on because oh well, no, we won't either. You're on the air.
No.
No. Okay. You're on the air.
No. No.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Now I am at one of those. It's a yes, and I'm going to tell you why I feel that way on that one so strongly. We have states that legalizes, and Washington D.C. has legalized it, and I'm a firm believer. I met a guy that was in the parking lot, and if he's watching tonight, he'll remember it, of Lowe's talking about it one night, and he said something to me that would just open my eyes. He said, with the problem that we've got right now, and we've got so many people in jail at $30,000 a year to upkeep them, and I don't remember he said 30,000, and he said, but we're upkeeping these and we're building new jails and we're doing it, and there's nothing we can do about it. You can grow it anywhere. You can grow it in your kitchen. You can do anything you want to with it, and you can put it out in your pasture out there, and it's going to come up. No matter what you do, it's going to come back up. You can't get all the seeds there, but here's the thing about it. And he said something that was just absolutely floored me. He said, if it was me and I was in charge, he said, I would set it out on the corner. I'm talking about all those drugs. I'd have somebody to make sure the kids and stuff didn't get in it, and let those people and kill themselves, because that's what they're doing. They're killing, and they're draining our country dry. You know, folks, we got over 2 million people in jail or in prisons over marijuana at $30 a day. How many, you know, we're talking about every day. How much is it? A year at $30,000 a year and 2 million people. We're talking what? $60 million? That's more than that. 600 million. Almost $1 billion a year or whatever. Somebody and tell me exactly what, and what for? I heard them talking in the news last night. They let a man out of prison that the first time he'd ever been caught doing anything, he had an envelope and was passing it to another person. And it was $500 worth of cocaine. And guess what he got in jail for? He got prison for 15 years. 15 years. And I was talking, for you want to believe it or not, I was talking to a judge. And I have a lot of respect for him. He said, whenever I was in college, one of the people that was in college that I knew was caught with a dime bag. I guess that's probably a $10 bag of marijuana. He got put in prison for 5 years. And he said, and you wouldn't believe how drunk that some of those people get in those parties, and they get out and drive around everywhere and do everything. Well, my point is, you can't stop. You cannot stop idiots. You cannot make them smart. They're not going, and then the people that's on methamphetamines, it's like somebody told me that this woman here on the headlines was on methamphetamines and takes her little 2-year-old child and set it out in the woods and left it. And now I'm not talking, now the family of this woman, you might get mad at me, but wouldn't you rather see this person perish than you would that 2-year-old kid? So I'm saying, you're not going to stop it. The ones that's already to the point they can't, and if it was my own family, and I'm going to tell you, my son was caught with a marijuana cigarette in his car, and he was fined $1,000 plus a year's probation, plus court costs. And knowing that a marijuana cigarette is not going to impair you to where you're going to be speeding down the road, or you're going to be doing all these crazy things. But I mean, that's been several years ago, and I don't think it may have taught him a lesson. That would have been a good, and if that totally taught him a lesson, then that was the best thing that could ever happen to him. And he said that ended up being the best thing. But if I've told you all about it, here was my kicker on this. I had a little, you know, my little grandson, I know how long ago, that's 6 years ago, because my little grandson was 3 years old. And the cops took my son from the car, took him to jail over one cigarette, and left my grandson on the side of the road with a total stranger, because me and my wife were in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. so they could find someone to come and get my grandchild. Now, how stupid is that? That you have the sheriff or anybody they know where my son lived, they knew me, they knew who he was, but they take him away in handcuffs in front of his son over a marijuana cigarette. And I'll guarantee you there's people right down there in jail right now, it's been there for quite a while, over a marijuana cigarette, and they're going to do it. But I'm saying, this, if it's my son or anybody else's son, it's like this preacher said down there in that parking lot to me, go ahead, set it out there, and these people that's hooked on it so bad that they can't quit, let them kill themselves. I'm tired of paying for it myself. We're all paying for it. Look at the jail down there. Why you guys in debt $15 million just for jail, trying to keep people in jail that definitely didn't do no more and what well, people that's on overused alcohol or anything else. It's time for a break. We'll be back out of this from our sponsors, and I got 2 or 3 more things here. I'm going to skip a bunch of it, and then I'm going to give you some results in a minute and let you talk about it. We'll be back out of these words from our sponsors. Are you in there, buddy? Honeybee. Excuse me, folks. Honeybee's forgot it's break time. Honeybee. 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 Oh, are you in the bathroom? Oh, I need to just take it down.
Sorry, honey.
You know, I talked with a lot of people this week that had that Medicare plan that was going away, and I ended up talking to them a little bit, and I found out that they've got the QMB. You know, it's a pink cardboard card that pays your co-pays when you go to your doctor. That pink cardboard card will entitle you to get the extra benefits you hear me talk so much about. And I've run across several people this week that got into their wallet, and lo and behold, they pulled out one of those. And I said, aha, did you know with the pink QMB card in Campbell County, you can get your dental and your vision catalog and a catalog to help you with your over-the-counter products at no cost. And that dental coverage is comprehensive. It's not just your cleanings and checkups.
Welcome to RaisX.
RaisX has a friendly service with a family environment with that country kick. It's a family owned with delicious food, offering breakfast, lunch, supper all day long, and great steaks, wonderful salmon. Also, for that sweet tooth, pies and much more. For the kids, games, daily specials, dine in or carry out. Call 423-569-3354. Call RaisX today.
Riggs Drugs has been a part of Campbell County for generation after generation, serving our friends and neighbors. And now we have redesigned our store to better serve you. It's the same knowledgeable and friendly staff, but a new look and new technology to ensure you get your prescriptions fast. We've always got you covered from prescriptions to all your home health needs. We've always been more than a pharmacy, still offering a huge selection of gifts and decor. Here at the new and improved Riggs Drugs.
Hi, I'm Ann Love with Linda Kilgore State Farm Agency. I have worked in the insurance and financial services industry for over 20 years, formerly with the John R.W. Brown Agency. I'm a native Campbell County and enjoy helping people with their insurance needs. Stop by and see me for all your insurance needs.
Why do my customers choose Husqvarna Power Equipment? That's easy, because my landscaping crew has to rely on a durable product.
I need the performance and quality that Husqvarna provides.
And the innovative products that help me move on with my day.
For maintenance parts or accessories, I don't have to go far. I know my Husqvarna dealer is right around the corner. Make the impossible possible and visit a Husqvarna dealer near you.
Visit your local Husqvarna dealer or go to husqvarna.com for more information.
Razor, Ranger, Sportsman, Ace. If you live for the outdoors, there's a Polaris to match your passion. Confident, comfortable, capable. That's Ace. With a solo cockpit, automotive controls, independent suspension, all-wheel drive, and up to 45 horses of fuel-injected power. Calling it revolutionary would be an understatement. Polaris, the world leader in off-road innovation.
Okay, we're back. True Value Homes bringing you tonight's show, Tennessee Outdoors and Ron's Golf Cart and Indoor Flea Market. Don't forget to get down there and check those golf carts out. Check out the North Face and all that other stuff that he and he's got UGG boots, you name it. Hey, I'm just going to go over a couple of these real quick, and I'm not going to ask you to accept one or two. And then I'll tell you what some of the results were. And I know you're not going to believe me whenever I tell you what these things said. And so many of you, you'll be surprised at what the statistics show. But now here's one that I'd like to get at least one or two calls on. Would you support increasing taxes on the rich in order to reduce interest rates for student loans? Now this is like almost a tie with Scott County, 4-5. So anybody want to say anything about that? And another one, a biggie, should a photo ID be required to vote? Should a photo ID be required to vote? Anybody out there want to comment on that? Now, here's another one. Should a photo ID be required to vote? I had 8 votes, and all of them said yes in Scott County. And do you support strong measures to increase our border security? And some of these others I just don't care about. You're on the air.
Yes, sir. I don't believe that the rich ought to be penalized just because they're able to work and make money.
Okay.
And I believe that our borders should be secured, and I definitely believe voter ID ought to have photos. I've got to show a photo driver's license to buy a pack of cigarettes.
I know exactly where you're coming from on that one, but I don't buy cigarettes. But okay, appreciate your call. Thank you. You're on the air.
Yeah, I want the wall on there.
You what?
Yeah, I want the wall bill.
I still didn't understand you.
On the wall bill that Trump talks about.
Yeah.
That comes from building the wall.
Oh, okay.
Leaving Mexico pay for it.
Okay. Appreciate your call. Okay. Now let me go down through here, and I want to ask, and again, you don't have to tell me who you are or nothing like this. I'm going to go down and read off the ones that's still in the race, because like Scott Walker is still not in the race and Rick Perry is not in the race. So you've got a choice of voting for whomever, and then I'll go back and I'm going to show you something. Hillary Clinton, Bernie Sanders, Mike Huckabee. Like I said, Scott Walker has dropped out. Donald Trump, Mario now, I can't even. Rubio. I'll get it right in a minute. What's wrong with me? Ben Carson, Rand Paul, Ted Cruz, Jeb Bush, Jim Webb, Bobby Jindal, Carly Fiorina, Chris Christie, John Kasich, Joe Biden, Lincoln Chafin, Lindsey Graham. You're on the air.
Voting for Hillary Clinton.
Okay. And I'm not going to ask you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So those are the ones that's on this list. So you vote for anybody you want to on that list. And I'm going to give you some information here in a minute. You're on the air.
Hillary Clinton just won.
Do what?
Hillary Clinton, 2016.
I don't know, at 2016, I don't understand what you're meaning.
I'm talking about Hillary Clinton. I voted for it.
Oh, okay, you're voting for Hillary. Okay. Okay, thank you. You're on the air.
2 people for Ben Carson.
Ben Carson.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Now, I'd like to hear, especially my friends that's caused me quite often, I'd like to hear from you all too. You're on the air.
Hey.
Yes.
There's 32 people household here that's in favor of Ted Cruz.
Well, I'll just give you one vote. I might act like I give
I've seen you give a guy 3 earlier.
You did not.
And what's the difference between 3 and 32?
I did not give nobody 3. I'll guarantee you that.
He said there were 3 people in his household.
And I just marked down 1.
Hey, I'm for the Canadian, Ted Cruz.
Okay.
Thank you for taking my vote.
Okay, thank you. Ted Cruz. I've got him on here somewhere. There he is. Okay. You're on the air.
Hillary Clinton.
Hillary Clinton. Okay. You're on the air. You're on the air. You're on the air.
Mr. Jeb Bush, sir.
Jeb Bush. I got you. Okay, thank you. Okay. So we're going to run out of time here in a minute. You're on the air.
Hillary Clinton all the way.
Okay. You're on the air.
Hillary Clinton.
Okay.
On the air.
You're on the air.
Hillary Clinton. You're on the air.
Okay, I'm going to stop the voting because it's. But I want to now. What I want to do is I want to show you on most of these issues. You're on the air.
The FBI is going to put Hillary Clinton in prison where she belongs.
Okay, who you're voting for? I don't know why Hillary would need to be in prison. Today, they announced that a high school kid broke into the CIA or the one of the and into their computers, 2 of them. They announced it today. So our government computers evidently is not as safe. If you look at Snowden, he had thousands of where he broke it and took stuff out. You're on the air.
Every sentence.
Okay.
Every sentence.
Thank you. But, and so if you want to kind of analyze this a little bit, you all voted so close to the way I voted. And you believe it or not, that the state of Tennessee, which we still vote Republicans so much, you're on the air. You're on the air. But when we go down and we talk about the issues, almost every social issue on here, except the guns, you guys voted way out, and 86% of my answers, without ever looking and knowing what Hillary Clinton stood for, matched up to Hillary Clinton's. Sorry about that. Here's the surprise. Where would you think that I'm going to take Rand Paul, Jeb Bush, Ben Carson, and Donald Trump? Who out of these has least support for social programs? Who would you think? Now let me add Ted Cruz. Who would you think? And I haven't heard a word from Mr. Henson tonight. On social issues, I'm gonna give you the person that is the highest on the list for social issues on these things throughout the United States. It's a countrywide thing. The person that supports social issues the most is Joe Biden. 89% of his things down here and on social issues, he supports 89%. Hillary Clinton, 86%. Bernie Sanders, 85%. Donald Trump, 73%. Ben Carson, 66%. Jeb Bush, 63%. Rand Paul, 61%. And Hazel Valley's Connecticut guy is the only one that's close to 50% supporting social issues. And he's at 52%. And he's almost completely a radical. But he's still, now, the state of Tennessee votes Republican all the time, but 53% of the Tennessee people support social issues. Now, we say we're a capitalist country. Yeah, we are, but we're not. Like I say, Tennessee support. Now, here's what's the biggest kicker out of all this that I learned is Huntsville, Tennessee. Scott County, Tennessee is one of the most dependent on social issues in the country. At one time, it was fifth in the country for using social issues, using the entitlements, and still probably in the same way. But still, they still vote probably 80% Republican. Now, does it make sense to anybody out there? Is there anybody that makes sense to? How many of those social issues that we talked about here tonight that you would just throw them out and not use them no more? Vaccination for our children. Now, welfare was one of those biggies on a social issue. But if you look at our country, how many people use those issues, it's staggering. Now, I'm going to read you something here, and if you go back and get People magazine in 1998, and this is from Donald Trump's own mouth. He said, if I were to run, I'd run as a Republican. They're the dumbest group of voters in the country. They love anything on Fox News. I could lie and they'd still eat it up. I bet my numbers would be terrific. Now, he said that 17 years ago. And it's doing exactly, him and Fox News is fighting tooth and toenail. But still, he goes on Fox News. But why would Fox News come and apologize to him? And why would the media, nobody can say that the media is doing Hillary Clinton any favors. Not anybody can say that they're doing her any favors. They're doing everything. And why are they doing that? And they did that with Obama. They're doing that to cause as much chaos as they can to get those millions and millions of dollars in advertising dollars. Because if there wasn't any I guess if it wasn't any issues about whether she was going to get elected or not get elected or any of those down through there, all this wouldn't be happening. The media is one it's driving one way or another way, and it's just too bad. But is there anybody who wants to make? Now I'm going out there here and I marked, and I'm going to just tell you, and you tell me how many of those you agreed with me or you didn't agree with me. And I'm telling you, I supported, and not meaning to. I mean, I just telling you from my heart where I stood. And I ended up 86% supporting social issues. Should the government increase environmental regulations to prevent global warming? I said yes. Do you support the legalization of sex-same marriage? I said yes. Should a business based on religious belief be able to deny services to a customer? I said no. And not that there was 11 others agreed with me and 7 didn't agree with me. Okay, on pro-choice, I put other, because my stand is I'm not for legalizing abortion just to be doing it, but in a case of emergency, I believe that the woman, not the man, but the woman has the choice to say whether she wants to live or die, or she wants to take a chance and deliver that baby. So, and here we only had 2 people pro-choice, and then there was 8 pro-life. Should the United States require labeling on genetic engineered foods? I said yes, and so did 15 others of you. That's the involvement of the government. And most people say, I don't want no government in my life at all. So I'm going to have to go through this. Should the employees be required to pay me? And let's see, 8, 10, 12, 16 of you said yes, and I said yes. 2 of you said no. Should all welfare recipients be tested for drugs. 5, 10, 15 of you said yes. I said yes. 1 of you said no. About guns, let me see here. There was, should there be public service backgrounds? And I said yes. 7 of you said yes, and 5 of you said no. So I was on the yes on that one. Okay. Should members of Congress have to be term limits? I said no, and 5 others said no, but 10 of you said yes. Should the federal government require children to be vaccinated? And that's another social issue. Let's see, 5, 7, 17 said yes. I said yes. 2 said no. Should the government decrease military spending? I said no. So did 8 others say no. Nobody said yes, they should decrease it, and 1 other no opinion. Should the United States declare war on ISIS? 6 of you said yes, 3 said no, and I said no. Well, I don't think we should declare war on anybody anymore. Let's say, because we declared war on Iraq when they didn't have a thing to do with it. It was, all those people were from Saudi Arabia. Would you support increasing taxes on the rich in order to reduce? I said yes, 4 others said yes, and 6 others said no. That's about right down the split. And should ID be required for voting? 8 of you said yes, and I said yes. Do you support strong measures to increase our border security? I didn't get that with you all. I got that from Scott County, and it said yes, and I said yes. But I do have another little bit of opinion on that. I think that if I lived in Mexico or some of those other places, the only way you keep me from being in the United States would kill me, because I know how well we have it, and we got people putting down our country every day. Greatest country on earth by miles, folks. If you ever been to any of those other countries, and you'd agree with me. Anyway, let me just tell you my sponsors. I didn't have next week. Surely I can get you guys on and let you. But I had to skip a bunch of that stuff, and I hope you enjoyed the show. And if you like the show, my email, rlgibson@highland.com, HIGHLAND.net, R.L. Gibson, just R.L. Gibson@highland, HIGHLAND.net. If you liked it, and I don't have Facebook or none of that stuff, just let me know. And if you got ideas or something you'd like me to talk about, please let me know. Tonight's show has been brought to you by True Value Homes, 663-8633. Tennessee Outdoors. Now the Husqvarna 54-inch cut lawn tractor, 24 horsepower Kawasaki motor, regularly priced at $29.99.95. The season ending special, they only have one. Now you'll need to call them at 663-2925 to make sure they got it, because they're taking $400 off of that. So you get down there. And also Ron's Golf Cart and Indoor Flea Market. They got the North Face rain jackets. They got the North Face jackets. They got Ugg boots. They've got all kinds of purses and what have you. And folks, I'm sorry, I let it run too fast or run over. So my time has completely come and gone, and I hope to see y'all next week. Good night, everybody.